get back at the pervert who was spying on me, I did something no other woman would ever dare to do. First, I drew 2 pounds of blood from my arm. Then I poured 1 pound on the floor. Then I let 1 drop fall by the door. Finally, I poured the rest into a pot. I mixed it with hot water until it blended completely. After I had enough blood water, I put my pajamas over a pillow. Then I stabbed it dozens of times with a knife. Next, I spread the blood water evenly over it. Finally, I timed it perfectly. 1 second before the peeper picked the lock, I held my breath and lay on the couch like a corpse. When the peeper came inside, he stepped right on the drop of blood by the door, leaving evidence that he had entered. Then the next second, he saw me lying on the couch. The whole scene was covered in blood. It made the pervert so disgusted he almost threw up, but he forced it back down because he remembered. He was the voyeur, so to avoid suspicion, he had no choice but to run out of the house, but he didn't know. He had just fallen into my trap. When I saw him leave, I quickly got up and took a few selfies. Then I pulled out a strand of my hair and cut it to match the peeper's hair length. Then I placed it next to the bloodstain and took another photo to make it more convincing. After I finished cleaning the scene, I even dropped a bit of blood under the couch on purpose, so the police would find a clue later. Finally, I disappeared from the city, leaving all the mess to the voyeur. The reason the voyeur could get into my house was because he was the manager of a real estate agency. John used his position at work to secretly sneak into his clients' homes and spy on their private lives. To satisfy his twisted desires, every time John entered a client's home, he would steal a small unnoticed item and treat those things as his trophies. He even went as far as renting a warehouse just to store all those stolen items. He hung them all over the walls, creating his own secret fantasy room. But when you do thrilling things too often, it's hard to feel that rush again. So John decided to find a new way to satisfy himself, and that was when I suddenly caught his attention because I was eating a grilled sausage while posting vegan food photos on social media. My fake and contradictory image made John extremely curious about me, so he made me his new target. When he found out I was a female influencer with nearly 300,000 followers who only posted designer bags, luxury cars, and Michelin restaurant photos. But despite looking rich online, I actually lived in an old rented apartment. That immediately made John suspicious, so John decided to check my place out. But after trying many codes, he couldn't get in. He even stuck a piece of plastic film over the lock. After I entered my code, he peeled it off, then sprinkled flour on it, trying to figure out the code order from my fingerprints. But when he saw the result, he was stunned, because the film showed I had pressed at least 9 buttons. He had no way to figure out such a complex code, with no other choice. John was ready to give up on me, but he never expected that the next day I would find him, and even handed him my room card myself.